I just don't know how to phrase this fucking
So
point.
you're saying I should let
Thank
Hilda
you.
die without seeing her daughter one last time?
Yes. You should.
I don't know.
Yes. Leave Hilda alone.
Hilda's nearing the end.
Okay. Don't lie to Hilda.
Hilda's nearing the end.
Okay.
So you're saying I should let Hilda die without seeing her daughter one last time?
Hilda, you are not Hilda's daughter. How about that?
Hilda's nearing the end.
God fucking damn it. Yes. You should let Hilda die. Without seeing her daughter.
I don't know if I could do that, Doctor.
Why?
I'd be letting her down. I'd have to think about it.
Okay, you can think about it, that's fine. Okay, great.
It just makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Decker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Decker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day with it.
Why would I have a field day?
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying.
Right.
But he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
Okay. Decker made you how strange. So he didn't want to hear about his dead mother or dying
I told
mother.
Dr. Decker that his mum was dying, that he should
Unless
see her before it's
you
too late.
came here.
But he wasn't interested.
No.
It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
My assistant.
I feel like you're clutching at straws.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I told Dr. Decker that his mum was dying,
Right.
that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant. Ask me something else.
Why did he send Jaya? That's so weird.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Okay. Strange.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Right. Okay.
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life.
Right.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important. He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask.
A pallbearer. You guys are all connected
Bryce was a
in
pallbearer
surprising
for David.
ways. Yeah.
He's also a gravedigger, I believe.
He is. You are not incorrect.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave.
Okay.
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult.
Oh my
unless
god.
you pay the right people.
Did you pay off Bryce?
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult. Unless you pay the right people.
You bribed Bryce?
Smuggling a body.
Who did you pay?
Think, Doctor, think. Use your...
Yeah, okay. Right.
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder. To lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer. But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
I mean, I do think you're a killer. But I think you killed David. I don't think you're a killer. If that makes sense.
I don't know.
No. I...
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
So then you'll help me. You'll say I was temporarily insane.
I mean... I don't know if I'm willing... Are you a therapist? I am indeed a therapist. In-game, I should say. Don't ask me something about real life. I'm a dumbass. No. I believe it's one of the things that Mary Poppins sings about, possibly. No, I won't help you. Will I help her? No, I'm not going to help you. I'm not putting my license on the line for you, Claire.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? Like Dr. Decker did.
What did Dr. Decker want?
Dr. Decker teased me mercilessly about my electability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David.
Right.
Once he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again.
Oh.
I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly.
Right.
He changed his mind about me eventually.
What?
And then he mentioned the girl.
Claire. Did you reanimate the girl? Is this why you asked if you're allowed to speak to her?
David was dazed and confused.
Okay.
Dr. Decker teased me mercilessly about my electability.
That's bold of him, considering the rest of his patients.
Once he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
Okay. What made him change his mind, Claire?
Dr. Decker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house.
You did?
He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
I would like to see David, actually. I'm curious about this.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that.
What do you mean? You fucking asked me a question. Yes? I would like to see David, please.
Very well. In our next session.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Great. Wonderful. I'm not worried. So you're gonna bring him? That's good.
He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house.
Oh my god, really?
And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris.
What?
I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
Right. Okay.
It didn't happen. Dr. Decker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped, and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
Okay, so Bryce actually saved Iris. Claire says the girl in Decker's basement was Iris.
That's not relevant here.
Interesting. Okay. Bryce. Hello. I have some information I want to talk. Hello, Santino. I'll drink some water. Here, where's my water? There's my water. Okay. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. That's very kind of you. Iris, how about that?
The girl who was chained in the basement.
Yeah, the girl who was chained in the basement. Her name is Iris.
How do you know that? Not that it means anything. She wouldn't remember me anyway. Time was frozen.
Yeah, as you say. As you say.
The girl who was chained in the basement. Her name is Iris.
Apparently.
How do you know that? Not that it means anything. She wouldn't remember me anyway. Time was frozen.
Okay. I am pretty fascinated about...
No.
I think these people actually do have powers. And I'm concerned about that. I am really concerned about that. Have you been smuggling bodies? I'm just going to come out with it.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed. Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off.
Tell Claire Bryce says her husband is in the ground. Bryce says your husband is in the ground. Let's see what happens.
That's what he would say, isn't it?
I guess so. Like, I don't disagree. Clear.
In simple terms, I've got nothing to say.
Right.
The girl who was chained in the basement, her name is Iris. How do you know that?
Claire knew about Iris.
I had no idea there was a connection between those two.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, eh?
Yeah. We're not really getting anywhere, though, I have to be honest.
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil.
Police. Let's try that.
Don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you'll get.
Bryce saved Iris.
What? She was actually his prisoner?
Yeah, she actually
Bryce
was.
saved Iris?
Bryce saved Iris.
That's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real. I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
I think you should. I think that would be good. 2 favors?
I don't know, Doc.
Okay. Don't
What?
sass me.
She was actually his prisoner. Bryce saved Iris? So that's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real. I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
What will you say to Iris?
It didn't happen.
Okay. Right.
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Decker risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Do you think Decker is alive? How about that?
I spied on Dr. Decker not long before he was murdered.
Okay.
I spied on Dr. Decker not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Murdered.
That means nothing to me.
How do you know Decker was murdered?
I spied on Dr.
Okay. JR? Okay.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Okay. Cult leaders, how about that?
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed.
Right.
The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
Okay.
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Of course. Okay. Because this Professor Alderby may have done telekinesis on Decker's glass. And he did pyrokinesis on Nathan while trying to hypnotize him. With Decker, I mean, potentially if Decker has been controlled here. Okay. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leader.
Okay.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind. In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're